It's time for the NFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Green Bay. It's the Falcons and the Packers under the lights on Sunday night.
The playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Green Bay Packers. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference...
One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now, he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential, and he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. Up past the 30, second down coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And they'll be led out by their left-handed quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. And looking to throw, Penix. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too. They were backed up behind the sticks, but he still found a way to make that first down happen. That's the kind of fight every coach hopes his franchise quarterback has in him. Look a tough situation like that in the eye and come up with a solution on the spot.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Now 2nd and 9. Here's Penix. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the 25, here's 2nd and 4. In motion, Hill. Looking to throw, Penix. It's Hill, complete. A nice little juke. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Rondale Moore from 17 yards out. And the Falcons have struck first in this NFC title game. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point by Ryland up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Holding offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Love, they go play action now. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Love now. He finds his man, complete. That's Torres. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now a 2nd and 2. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Now Penix gets this one to Hill. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and a yard. To the air, Penix. And complete to Drake London. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Mooney, the motion man right. They'll throw with Penix. Throws right back to London, complete again. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Throwing again, Penix. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as a tackle made at the 15-yard line. Back to throw again. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Option play, here's Robinson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Short throw to Smith, and he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Quay Walker came through to make the sack. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
2nd down and 6 now.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Throw here taken in by Wiley, the tight end.
And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Love.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab in this NFC Championship bout.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less.
To pass, here's Jordan Love.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
8 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Packers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And we are tied at 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
They'll run again with Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go.
And now it's 3rd down.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. Now Love. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Here's Love. It's caught by Mike Evans. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Second down and 4.
Throwing. Love. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
York able to send this one through, and they take a 17-14 lead. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Looking to throw, Penix. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
They'll go play action here with Penix. That one deep for London.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Drake London.
60 yards.
And the Falcons have taken the lead here in this NFC Championship game.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And it's the Jacksonville Jaguars who are heading to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half, as one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix set to take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. On the give, here comes Jackson. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down, another carry for Jackson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run again with Jackson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now a give, it's Jackson. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 39. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. A play fake. Now Penix. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Quay Walker able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Try to run for it with Jacobs. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
Love, they go play action now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw now. Here's Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll start here with Jackson. Gets around him.
Takes it to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And looking to throw, Penix.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Packers all set to go again. That means we'll see Christian Watson.
He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches.
Love now.
He finds his man complete. It's Reed. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Love looking to throw it.
He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. They're quickly out wide. This is Watson.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, these Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
104 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he goes over the century mark with the AFC title on the line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
A lot of pressure here for Cade York.
This to swell the lead to 6.
York able to send this one through.
And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, Those will be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So out come the Falcons now.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On the run, this is Jackson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Now Penix. This pass is caught by London.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
In motion left, Hill. Penix working out of the gun here. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout. Now Jackson. Oh, nice move. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
From the 38 now. Here's 2nd and 2. To the air. Penix. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error.
Still
Stay
first down.
alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
They'll throw with Penix. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They'll drop to throw. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Offside defense.
And obviously they want that run yardage, so they decline the penalty.
No doubt about it. Smart on their part. They finished off the play. But if you're going to jump, if you're going to commit a penalty, it's your job to finish off the play so you don't give up big gains like that.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Penix. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Rashawn Gary. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
They need 18 yards here on third down. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the fourth quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. 2nd and 10. Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Torres. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He completes it to Evans. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
We'll get another look at Drake London as this offense returns to the field. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. On play action, they'll throw. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down, and that's what he just did.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Penix to the air once more. Connecting with Hill.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
On the carry, it's Jackson.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Back to throw.
Jackson with a catch. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
He's back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw. That is caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays up in quick succession if they can.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40.
So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Love.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one is incomplete. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
Well, 4 quarters couldn't settle things. It's going to take overtime to figure out who wins the George Halas Trophy and punches their ticket to the Super Bowl. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. And here now come the Falcons. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Playoff football at its best. Remember, a touchdown on this drive isn't a game winner as they work on second down here. From the shotgun, it's Penix. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we go back a little ways, Cameron. Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there.
Yeah, it was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. First throw in overtime for Love. Finds his receiver, Watson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. All they need is a field goal. Any kind of score here on this second drive would be a game winner. It's 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Still first down.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Able to avoid him at the 40. The 20. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on to the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all, and then to get there and finish it what I would call an old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great, great game that we bore witness to. The Green Bay Packers, they are again NFC champions as we sign off and say goodnight. And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.